We gon' talk about it. Tamaiya. We gon' talk about it. Tamaiya. We gon' talk. Tamaiya gon' talk about it. We gon' talk. Tamaiya gon' talk about it. We gon' talk about it. Tamaiya. We gon' talk about it. Tamaiya. We gon' talk. Tamaiya gon' talk about it. We gon' talk. Tamaiya gon' talk about Tamaiya.
Yes, sir. We are back for the first time in a while, man. It's your boy Sean P. And hey, ain't nothing changed. You better tell them or I will. You know, a couple of events that happened in my life and in our life. So we've been down since the holidays. My bad for all my people that like to celebrate. But we back, man, and we coming right back with a guest. My sister Tamaiya here. And we going to talk about a little bit of everything. But the most important thing that we want y'all to pay attention to on this one right here is the opportunity or the ability to live two lifestyles in one lifetime. See, I done told y'all about mine, and we going to get into it. My sister has a hell of a story. This is my first time meeting her, to keep it 100% transparent, but an OG of mine said, hey, we got to get her in the hot seat. I said, all right, let's do it. You know, so if he co-signs for her, hey, credit good with me, you dig? So what's up, Sister Tamaiya?
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. And like you said, that's all off the top, and I appreciate that. Black card is active. It still works. Can never be revoked for nothing. I had a person joke the other day. I turned up the whole party. Black card is intact. I'm intact. Right. I'm active with the love. I'm active with the joy and the peace. I appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Thank you to both of you. For Sean,
You're
for
very
Jamal,
welcome.
for being here. I appreciate the opportunity to come to work hard and to show people, okay, all we're trying to do is help you. You can't help us.
Word.
We're good.
Word.
We're good.
Word.
So now here we are trying to give back to the community. Do not come on talking about what you don't want to see and what is not working.
Word.
We are in charge. It's the first time. And we appreciate you guys' support. You want to support? We got the Zelle, flash it across the screen. We got the Cash App, flashed across. That's the only help you could do. Ain't no conversations, ain't no contribution to the intellect, to the time it takes to learn, for the experience, for the wisdom, for the love, for the knowledge, for my family, for God, for the church, for everybody. I won't play no games, not this time.
Not this time.
I said, all the help you can give is financial. We don't want no advice. We'll let you know when the episodes is coming. We see you when it's there.
Right on, man. Right on. So you mentioned the sharing of the love and everything, and a lot of us have to learn how to love self, because without loving self, you ain't loving nobody. Everything else is just a joke. So take us back to the beginning. Then you had shared with me that mom lived one way, dad lived another way, and things transpired in your life. But let's go back to the beginning.
Yeah.
Back to the beginning. Where were you born?
I was born in Boise, Idaho. I was there for 6 months before I moved to 8 Miles to Halen, which is 17 miles away from Detroit.
Okay.
So that's where I was born in Idaho. And that's important because what y'all doing in Idaho?
Okay.
My dad got
Idaho potatoes. Right on. Go ahead.
What's going on? Is there any black people there? Who said that? Clearly my dad was. And he met a black woman. You joking, but I'm for real.
Right on.
Cool. So he met her there. They met in 1980. They got married in 85 and conceived me in 1986.
Okay.
And that's the story. Right that's important to know because I was only there for 6 months. We moved to Detroit, 8 Miles to Halen in 1987.
Okay, 87.
So 87 is and now and even in psychology, they say cognitively, you don't even have a memory until 3 years old. Okay. So I don't even remember Idaho.
Right.
So I took it out the story. So when I went to Detroit, they're like, where are you born? I said, Idaho. They tried to say I'm not from there. Then I moved to California. They say, you're not from Detroit. You were only there 9 years. So I get where I was like, I belong nowhere. I belong nowhere because I'm not going to be disclaimed by anybody ever on this planet. And Detroit said I don't belong, and California said I don't belong. I'm to the kingdom of God then.
Word. Right on. So in Detroit, memory kicking in at 3, you moved to Detroit in your first year of life. And when did you move to California?
California when I was 9.
9, okay. So what was the upbringing? I know at parts in Detroit, sorry to my Detroit people, but it's cold as hell, right? And keep in mind, hell used to be frozen before it caught on fire in the 17th century. But anyway, Yeah.
talk
So what was it like elementary school and things
Yeah.
like that in Detroit?
And I said it, and I told him it's tragic. It wasn't a good
goddamn.
situation. I said it, and I started there.
Yeah.
People
Okay.
will forget if you let them. Not gonna work, and they know that. To the counselors, bad grades, almost want to be held back, showing up at 10 a.m., leaving at 12 p.m. Bad. You know, my mom was on drugs and not just crack. Crack would have been probably. I know most of my friends whose moms did crack are actually back and better. Ain't that good?
I know a few.
I'm talking about crack's
yeah, I
not
know
the
a few,
problem. It's
but,
it's the cocaine.
Okay. Right on.
The crack,
Okay.
you know,
Go
so
ahead.
it's different when you seeing your mom sniff things and shoot things as opposed to smoke things. You're not going. So I'm like, okay.
horrible.
And I told her, I had a public conversation with her. What the problem is the cocaine. The crack is fine. The weed is fine, and the men is fine.
Okay.
I had a conversation. We was in a motel like this, straight like this, like
Wow.
straight like this, like
Woman to
look.
woman.
I told her all it is that cocaine. It's it. We running red lights and we bullshitting on the highest level. We can't recover, and no one's gonna believe we belong to the church. We can erase that part for sure.
Okay.
Keep the bullshit and erase the church, because now they think it's some bullshit.
Okay. Now, when you come to California at 9 years old, and it's tragic as you stated in Detroit, right? So, what changed when you got to the Golden State?
Yeah, so I got here and I had all that in me, and I was trying to tell I told my dad. I said that he picked me up from the police station.
Okay.
I told him, you the one playing games. You know who I am. He's like, you better change. You reflect me. You represent me, and you gonna act like I say, or I'm gonna beat your ass.
Okay.
And we'll do it every day.
And this is let's see.
9.
9 years old, so that is
And really 8, 'cause it was
1990
both.
something. You in the 90s.
Yeah. For
Okay.
sure.
Okay. Go ahead.
Because he's going through being in the DEA,
Okay.
Drug Enforcement Administration.
Absolutely. Shout out to E-Double.
And then he's owning a home as a black man, and he has a wife and 2 kids. It's not a lot of room to have problems in a patriarchal system. The patriarchy says you don't have a voice as a woman.
Okay.
You will keep your problems to yourself, and you will keep your pain to yourself.
Okay.
We'll go to church, and I hope you find it there.
Okay.
So cool.
Right on.
So cool. But then, what if I don't find it? I'm going to go to the streets.
Okay.
And that's then where I went. To the people across the street, to the next door, to the here, to the there, because the church didn't work.
Okay, so hold on. So we got discipline at the house. Pops is laying the law. Mom's is out the picture?
She's in and out the house, but she did have to move
Okay.
out. She moved out.
Okay,
It
so
was-
so Pops is laying the law.
Yeah.
Okay, but across the street
yeah,
is where it's going down. It's a
Yeah.
little bit more attractive.
way
Well,
more.
okay. Okay. So y'all remember this out here. You better tell them all I will. Check this out. Write this down out there. A person will go 100 miles to have a good time, but won't cross the street to do the right thing. So you went your ass across the street.
Yeah.
Okay. And
Yeah.
they got to popping.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Proceed.
Everything. And unfortunately, that's
Okay.
why neglect is the number one thing that black households are subjecting the children
Black
to.
households or households?
Black households.
Okay.
Because I hung with the Asians, I hung with the whites, I hung with the Hispanics. There's a lot more support. At least when you can come and sit down and say, hey, grandma, this is what it is. But my grandma's down there smoking cigarettes, and the crimes was happening right down the hall. I used to, after all that, everything went down, used to go out there, look at her. She's smoking cigarettes. I used to watch her like, you missed it. You ain't checking on me. And that's it. Or you do know, and this is some psychological thriller. It's like a Dahmer story. Maybe.
Right,
I like it. I
Okay.
like it. Either way, I'm going to make it. But it was weird because why did you never check? There were crimes against me. Didn't say anything, still haven't technically. Haven't
Okay.
really. So what you talking about? I ain't really talking about nothing yet.
Okay.
What you talking about? I haven't
Okay.
said anything.
Okay.
But maybe I will. And if I do, then we'll refer back to this episode and be like, oh, the cat's out the bag. But
Right.
they never knew. No one ever checked and no one ever cared. So it has to be my story because it has to be my way because I made it up.
Okay.
So yeah, Detroit to California. Detroit was tough. California was tough. But I learned how to say, okay, as a woman, You know, the women's suffrage movement. No one wants to go back. Women didn't have a voice. In my family, I've never seen a woman be a real woman of God to say, I'm letting the streets go and I'm going to be the right person. I'm going to do the right thing. I'm letting go of those chains, the alcohol, the cigarettes, the men, the money, and the bullshit. I've never seen a woman do it. No, no offense, everybody. Like, oh, she gonna get on there and talk shit after all that we did, and her mama was out there bullshitting. Now she wanna show her ass. Oh no, ain't no way. Okay, disrespect. No disrespect. This is all I'm saying. I've never seen.
This is your story.
This is my story. I've just never seen anyone be for real.
Okay.
Apologize to the children. Apologize to the husband. Just to say, it was my fault. I need to apologize. There was things I didn't tell you. There was certain things that I thought didn't affect me and did. Couldn't believe that part. Don't need a therapist for that. Pay me. Pay no copay.
Right on. I got some sisters you need to meet. Yeah, man. I got some sisters that you need to meet if you ain't never seen it. Because it's, yeah, I got some sisters you need to meet. Okay, so now we in the street, but we got Pops. Pops is laying the law, so you got, we could say it's some type of balance, meaning I'm active over here.
Yeah.
But yet when I go home, it's a certain way I must conduct myself in my father's house.
Yes.
Okay, great. So now you are a teenager, we in high school. How does that go for you?
So I focused my efforts on playing basketball.
Okay.
We were ranked in the state. I was on the front page of the LA Times at 15. Yeah.
Word.
Yep.
Okay,
Big
go ahead.
time. Valencia ranked top 25 in the state. So to get ranked in the state, you have to beat people ranked already. So we weren't ranked. So that was big.
Right. I know. So you're taking them there. Okay.
We upset a couple people.
Okay.
We beat Bishop Alamany at Alamany. We were in a tournament, my coach, and we had to play Long Beach Poly. And because we only lost by 4, and they were number 1 in the state,
right?
And we lost by the algorithm,
right?
Moved you up in the algorithm.
Okay.
So we gave them hell.
Okay.
We gave them hell.
Understood.
And there was everybody in there was nervous, and we did lose, but that 4 points ain't nothing. Reggie Miller had about 11, 13 seconds. Like woo. So,
yeah, that's right.
So yeah, we were ranked, and high school was great. My dad was awesome. Home was cool. I just learned how to put things in place. Compartmentalization. That did happen, but I have to get through this, and that's okay. But my dad said this: I understand things have happened to you. I want you to be successful. Go buy a house and cry in it.
That sounds like some shit my dad would say. Right on, man. So okay, so we ranked, and now you hooping, and that hooping takes you to college or anything?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So I was recruited, and I had offers from all over the country. I accepted a full ride to Cal State Fullerton.
Right on.
That was a blessing.
Wow, my daughter just had a volleyball tournament there. Go ahead.
It's a blessing. It's a blessing. Play basketball there, and I know 100%. It's due to my dad. He pushed me, he trained me, he encouraged me, and he cultivated me. It was a culture, it was a discipline, it was a lifestyle, and he's like, you're going to be successful. You are my daughter. It's no choice. So that's okay. It's okay.
That's right. Yeah. And you did the whole 4 years and walked out with the degree and scoring stats and all of that good stuff.
I'm going to tell the truth on that.
Shit.
I'm going to tell the truth on that. And they're like, you don't have to tell the truth. It's when you're raised by a man, you feel convicted. It's like, why can't I tell the truth? Why can't I? So I played 2 years, and then I took a career in injury. I coached 1 year at the college level, and then I went to coach at Santa Ana High School for my 4th year.
Okay.
And I became a coach through that, and they still paid for it with a career-ending injury.
Okay.
And that was a blessing. Thank you to Coach Jay and Dr. Julie Max. I appreciate that opportunity. Wouldn't have happened without you. They were clearly Christians and women of God. I appreciate you. And they were white. They were white. No color line. No $150,000 I don't owe. Thank you.
Yeah. Right on, man. So now we get through the college. We have an injury. Still complete the 4 years. Get the degree. And you mention your father often. What is the most significant thing you noticed between the friends that you made, the associates you had that may have came from a single mother or a dual parent household? What was the major thing you noticed from your dad bringing you up versus the other way from the ones that didn't have a dad, from the ones that had mom and dad?
And that's a great question,
Right on.
and that's a good question. And honestly, I know very clear
Mm-hmm.
the ability to understand how to be objective, to understand you can't believe everybody just because they said it. Because the first thing my dad says is, "And how do you know that information?" If I ever say someone said it, he's gonna just look at me.
Word, hold it right there. Word. Yeah. Yeah, man. Big up to your pops, man. Word. Word.
We gon' talk about it. Tamaiya. We gon' talk about it. Tamaiya. We gon' talk. Tamaiya gon' talk about it. We gon' talk. Tamaiya gon' talk about it. We gon' talk about it. Tamaiya. We gon' talk about it. Tamaiya. We gon' talk.